You have entered the Plumbing Business Success Zone, teaching entrepreneurs the business of plumbing. This is Potty Talk Live.
Do hey.
Hey.
There we go.
All right. Welcome to the 340th episode of Potty Talk Live. Hey there, I'm your host, Richard Bainey, the $1 Million Plumber, along with my co-host, the lovely Laura. We're talking the business of plumbing.
Hello.
How to systemize, stylize, and most importantly, monetize your plumbing business. And we got a great episode for you. We got the MDP Masters are in the house.
MDP Masters in the house.
All right, we'll have them on shortly here. We'll be talking about how to business. All right, how to charge, right. We do need to charge.
Yeah.
All right, yes, we
not a
do.
hobby.
It's not a hobby.
Not
Great
a
to see
hobby.
you, sweetheart.
Good to see you. I had
You
my
know.
little procedure this morning.
Yep. You did that? Everything
Yes,
well?
on my just
That Jane Fonda step aerobics or whatever you.
it's so true.
What you used to do.
Yeah. What was it? No pain, no gain.
That's right.
Yes. So all of that.
Well, you
kinda
bring it.
caught up with
You're
me.
no wimp when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Yes.
but
So
I
they
think-
took a needle. It was about this long.
La 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 la.
At least.
la, la.
Jabbed
Yeah.
it into my knees. I get to do that 2 more times.
Well, they got to take it out of your. Don't they take your
Yes,
stem cells
for the
out
stem
of
sack first, and then make them crazy concoction, and then shoot it into my knees on Wednesday.
Sounds like a good time. That's right.
I noticed you didn't want to go back with me.
That
You
was-
sat out in the
No.
waiting room.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well,
so
I did get. I called a plumber.
you called a plumber today.
Woke
Yes,
up this
thank you.
morning. No hot water.
No hot water.
No hot water.
Brr.
So
And you have no tools or anything to.
I have nothing.
Hey, Mike.
We do. Plumbers near me. Pops the list, right?
Yes.
This is where it's at.
Yes.
All right. Recognized one of them. In fact, the one
Yes.
recognized was in LSA's and GMB.
We know who did the branding.
Mr. Dan,
Antonelli. Dan the brand man.
Dan the brand man Antonelli.
Yep.
Kick charge. All right. So it stood out. It stands out around here.
Definitely.
Okay.
happening.
So I
Yes.
saw it. They showed up. The marketing did it. Called. Didn't open. Well, I saw it. They didn't open to 7:30. So I called at 7:31. Assuming young. Everyone's younger than I am.
Everybody's younger than
But
us.
it sounded young because she was energetic. Monday morning, 7:31. You know, how may I help you? You know, all up. It's like, oh.
Wow.
I said, well, hi, my name's Richard Bainey, and I woke up this morning with no hot water. All right?
No one makes
everyone.
everyone-
I know, I
It's
did.
called I know, right?
Definitely.
We did not. We'll have to wake
So,
up and call a plumber.
you know, I said, so, you know, electric water heater, no hot water. What did she do? Did she start taking my information? No, she went, oh.
I'm so
Monday
sorry.
morning? Yeah, I'm sorry. No hot water? Man, on a Monday morning?
She must listen to Potty Talk Live.
So, empathized, all right, which she hooked me there.
Maludi Plumbing is here today. Hello.
All right. Hey,
I'm not
welcome,
sure
man.
I say that right.
All right. And so grabbed me with, you know, empathizing,
Yeah.
whatever. Then she said, well, we can get you taken care of today.
She definitely listens
Today?
to Potty Talk Live.
All right. Today. All right. And so got me on the schedule. All right. All that was great. Okay. So then we get the text later
Yes,
when
and it's- yep.
the plumber's on the way. Wah, 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 wah. So this guy steps out, barely kind of falls out of the van, all right, in a T-shirt with, guys showed up. So he comes to the door. I said, well, I'm gonna be easy on the guy. I'm gonna be friendly and see how, No personality though. I mean, didn't say his name. Didn't grunt. I had to say, well, we're here for no hot water. He nodded. Okay, right. So take him in. Take a look at the water, where the water heater's at. He sees the water heater and he goes, oh. It's easy. It's right there. I mean, right. Leave you to this, and I go in and finally, literally, no more than 10 minutes later, it comes out, and it turned. Let me show you, and it was the high limit switch. So don't judge me. I want to go through this process, okay? All right. I figured it was. We had no hot water whatsoever. So,
None.
So I figured it was the upper element or thermostat or whatever. But I wanted to have the plumber come out and check it anyways. But here's the thing. Didn't give me any options.
He gave you no options.
No options. In fact, I even said, well, should we replace it? He goes, no, it'll be okay.
I need to get home.
Right? So Titan, that's what I signed. I recognize that. It was Service Titan, all that kind of stuff. Probably, I don't know if they had a Monday morning meeting to get their guys thinking correctly. But, that'll be, diagnostic, $110. So, I know that kind of thing happened in my plumbing business, and I assure you it's happening in yours as well.
Yeah.
The guys will be one thing in front of us, but you got to be on top every job. I know what he did. The supervisor asked, so what happened on that water heater call? When there's a water heater, they're salivating. We're all the same, right? I mean, it's a big...
Heater.
Water heater. Oh, it was just a high limit switch, and the water heater was only 5 years old. So that's what he's going to leave him with.
Did you give him any options?
Right.
Nope.
We got to check.
What was our plumbing experience today?
Okay, but
all right.
We're back in
so
hot
are
water.
we back? I knew we were a little glitchy at the beginning.
Are we
any better, guys? Let us know if we're still glitchy. And if we are, go out onto our website, themilliondollarplumber.com, and click on the show tab, and we're live on there. So if Facebook tends to be glitchy,
yep. There we go.
On.
All right.
So
it's good to have you here.
It is good.
Hey, I kind of went right into my story, my plumbing story, because I did the plumbing thing today. But the routine of, hey, for those that are live, hey, please type live in the comments.
Yes, please.
I think you've already been doing that. Let us know that you're here live. If you're catching the replay, please type replay. Let us know you caught the replay. And if you're listening to the podcast, you know what to do. Just keep on listening. All right.
Everybody. Okay. So yes. Go ahead.
So the title of our program tonight is How to Charge
for my plumbing, for plumbing jobs.
For a plumbing business, right?
How to
charge? There we go. Officially, that's the title.
How to charge
for my plumbing business.
That was it. Okay.
Okay, so I guess that leads to our question. How do you charge for your plumbing business?
Do tell.
How do you charge?
How do you charge?
Okay.
Answer.
So see if we can get some.
Answer us, please. Do you do T&M? Do you do flat rate? How do you charge for your plumbing business?
You just do. Okay. How do you charge for your plumbing business?
Yeah, let us know.
Okay.
Mine, not seeing the comments on mine. I need to have my computer in here.
Okay.
That's what needs to happen. But you have yours.
Yeah.
So, okay, yeah, everybody's saying hi. Joel's saying hi, and Jane.
We did time and material,
T&M.
but we got into flat rate.
Yes, pretty quickly.
Pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So.
Which we're going to talk about that.
Okay.
You know, I think that's why I wanted to have the Masters in, because these guys, first of all, they're Masters. You know, these guys have grown from nothing to, you know, $1 million plus, a couple multi-million dollar plumbing businesses. Okay, so and they're still doing it and working with all these things.
Correct.
So I want to hear from
Everybody's saying flat rate, so that's a good sign. Hourly plus materials and Tanner. Okay.
Sarah, that's right. It's a flat rate world.
That's right.
It is.
Okay, well, do we want to bring
we'll find out that that's true.
Do you want to bring our masters in?
We're going to ask the scientists here.
The scientists?
They're the science. We're going to see if it's a flat rate world.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, I'm with you. Got it.
Right.
So you're being all tricky and stuff.
So let's do that. Let's bring the masters in.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, bring them on in here.
$1 Million Plumber Masters.
There they are. Look at these.
Look at
these hunks. Good looking guys. Right.
Oh, well, I'm going to introduce everybody, but before I do, just so you know, when we say an MDP Masters, this is some people that have been with us, clients that have been with us for longer than a year, have reached $1 Million Plumber status, and are Roadrunner. Yes, happy to have him here. Yes, he is a recent Masters. He's just been recently added to the Masters group, so we're so glad to have him and his beautiful wife. Wait, what's in Chris's cup? That's what I want to know.
These guys. That's what I'm concerned about. These guys, because they go off and
what were we talking about again?
Right. The MDP is full of crap. Right.
Okay, you guys remember this song, One of These Things Don't Belong?
Right.
Right? Does anybody notice anything unique about the men?
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's
three of the guys are manly men
with their bald heads.
Testosterone running through their veins. I got to catch up.
Because we're still in business.
That's right. They pull their hair out.
There's a look right.
Are they making fun of you? Is that what they're doing?
Oh, these guys.
These guys. Okay. Anywho, tonight's show, we're talking about...
Yeah, we're talking about how to charge. Okay, so why don't we go around? So, we've already kind of mentioned it. Maybe let the cat out of the bag a little bit about time and material or flat rate. First of all, anyone want to... let's define what time and material. What's a time and material type situation? Matt?
Well, if you want the most pushback and you want to make the customer the most angry and to tell them all your trade secrets, then do time and material. That's great. And do it for family. Do it for family and friends. You know, you charge $80 per cousin, and they will take you down to the basement and they will yell at you for a few hours.
Patrick.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're also going to talk about flat rate. Well,
Yes,
Lance, why don't you give us a definition of flat rate?
Flat rate would be everything in one package up front.
See,
There we
Lance
go.
is a man of
Succinct.
words. Succinct. Sorry.
Well, a lot of us did start. A lot of us did start out time and material, and we talk about that. Did anybody here start out time and material too?
Yeah,
Lance?
Great.
Yep. So what was your experience like with time and material? Was it similar to, I guess, what
Matt
Matt just described?
Yeah, I had pushback all the time on it. It was really bad when the time went over and I had to bring that to the customer's attention. Wait, you said
Flat rate pretty quick, because that was the thing I fell into a lot. Was that you'd say well, how long do you think it's going to take? And of course, you throw a ballpark out there, 2 to 4 hours. Well, they only hear 2 hours,
Right.
or two. Yeah.
right? And then they're watching every time I went to the truck. I just felt like they were always over my shoulder pushing, because they're worried about it. I mean,
Right.
they're managing you now.
Or if you have to go pick up
Now
a
you're
part.
on their dime.
That's what I was going to say, Laura. When you pick up a part, you pick up a part. Oh, who's paying for that? Or I want my problem was not on the truck.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
You were on the phone talking to the ream dealer about their gas valves. I don't want to pay for that.
Yeah.
Or your other customer.
Oh,
Yeah,
see,
exactly.
Patrick here's being a smart aleck.
Yeah.
Patrick?
They all have the same barber.
You're going to see all these guys sometime.
I've seen your hair, Patrick.
I know. So, Chris, you did not start out T&M. You started out flat rate from the beginning, right?
Flat rate. A few of the companies that I had been at before actually did time and material. Some did flat rate. And when you go behind another plumber that charged for 2.5 hours to reset and install a toilet, and then there wasn't, that raises the flags and they call the office and starts nothing but drama. So
Right.
starting out flat rate was the way to go.
Right.
Built it before we even opened the doors.
Really?
All right, so you're the smart one. Okay.
Nope.
So for the rest of us, Matt and Lance, so you went to flat rate. What were some of the fears of going from
plumber in the trade, and that's what flat rate sets up for. If you're doing time and material, every customer is going to have a different. They're going to be mad. They're going to be mad about the price and this and that, and it actually relieves the customer to know that they're getting one price. They don't have to watch and see what you're doing in your truck or when you have to pick up a part. But I do realize the fears there. Most of it's just head trash. We make stuff up in our heads, and it's just not true.
Totally.
Yeah.
Lance, you have similar experience?
Shock of giving that price and being, I could say, oh, I'm this much an hour. And then I'm saying it's this much for however long it takes, but it's this much. It was that sticker shock. But it's like Matt said, it was all in the head.
Yeah. And that's what I thought, because that, when you're saying you're, $80 an hour, which is, we all know that's, that's another.
Dead man plumbing.
Right. But time if I gave him that price. I felt it was actually a relief of like I know what the price is, and I could feel that they weren't watching me go out to the truck anymore, and they didn't care that I was going to the supply house. I would say, hey, I need to run to the supply house and pick up a special part or whatever. Okay, bye. Or before, we'll see you when you get back. Oh, you want a sandwich for the trip? That kind of feeling. But it wasn't that way before, so it took that edge off after when they finally got that price.
I also noticed with my plumbers, when we first started doing flat rate, is with the relief that they felt is, you have the conversation up front, like this is going to be the price to do it. After that, the customer doesn't care about it, but because the price is given up front, you can be more professional about your job because you're selling so much time. So it's like, I know I'm selling 4 hours. I have 4 hours to do this, so I can do it right, and I can use the right equipment. When you're doing time and material, you're always under the gun. You feel like I have to get this done fast. I have to go. So you it's hard not to cut corners because you feel like you have to cut corners because I'm saving on money. I got to be as fast as I can, but all you're doing is you're losing money. You're going backwards. You just keep going backwards.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Of selling the out when how'd you look at it?
Technically, when we all start a business, we make our mistakes. So what?
From the start?
Yeah. So going out to a house and something I could knock out in an hour, I built that into the flat rate is 1 hour, and then not knowing that eventually I'd have to hire somebody down the road, and then I got this green bean that comes in and he's over here taking 4 hours to put a toilet in. I'm like, wait a minute. I only bid this for an hour. So averaging, I loved flat rate. I mean, as I mentioned before at other companies, watching a lot of, like, oh, well, I saw you throw that away. Are you using that? Because am I getting charged for that type attitude?
Right.
And flat rate, it's like, all right, it's $500. And they're like, all right, we'll get it done. And then walk away.
It's beautiful.
Right. And another thing I found on that as well, that, as I looked at it, why is the customer more comfortable? Well, then it hit me is that we live in a flat rate world. Delnay.
Just mentioned.
Right. Is she all right? I saw the comment. Right. Which is so true. That is the common customer experience. I mean, when we go to Taco Bell, and charge me, well, it took 2 minutes to make the burrito, and the cheese is this much, the beans is this much, or whatever.
Add sour cream.
Add sour cream. Whatever. It's just whatever it is for the burrito, right? We go to Walmart. It's the same kind of a really. It makes the customer feel more comfortable, which is what we're all leading to here. A comfortable customer is a buying customer.
Absolutely.
Right. So, you got anything?
No,
Or are you just sitting there
I'm
looking pretty?
I'm just sitting here just
you can set up your flat rate so you can get a higher average ticket. And I once went to Walmart to get TVs, and there was a 40-inch TV. It was, I want to say it was $250, and then a 55-inch to go up to the $700. And that's the beauty of flat rate. You can actually set your prices with your options so that you can help the customer naturally gravitate to the better or the best solution, which is going to be the long-term fix or the permanent fix. And it gives you control.
Master nugget was just thrown in there, gang. Go back and listen to that. But that is so true. For an example, go on a toilet call. We do want to steer them towards. We $95 doesn't cut it, but $229. Now that next is $400. It's almost makes more sense to move towards the $400. It's a way of getting up there, moving that average ticket up, right?
And serving the customer better, really.
Yeah,
Two
same thing the
things
stores
add
do.
on.
Oh, go ahead, Chris.
Yeah.
Yep, and you can throw that into the price. I mean, all that you charge for all those kinds of things provides more value to that price.
Definitely.
It's just front.
There's no sticker shock with T&M.
Yep. Okay. Hey, I got something for you. Guys, we'll be right back with our masters here. But of course, for joining us here, I have something for you. All right?
And it's not a mug like Matt got.
It's not a mug, right?
We don't know where he got that. Just for
All
the
right?
record.
But it is free. All right? It is free. All right? It's my $1 Million Plumber Blueprint. All right? And in it are all the specs that you need to build a successful, self-sustaining, and profitable plumbing business. I laid out there for you, just like let's need to plumb a house. Well, this is the blueprint that you need to build your plumbing business, and it's and easy to put into play. Okay, it's all there for you, and it's free. Simply type free in the comments, so go to themilliondollarplumber.com/free and grab your free blueprint today.
Today.
All right, there we go. Hey, let's bring our masters back in here.
Let's bring our masters back in.
Okay, let's go around the horn again here and introduce who we have here.
Yeah, we got Matt Delnay, Mountaineer Plumbing, out of Michigan, Grand Rapids area, right? Is that right?
Yep.
Yes, that's right. Lance Ball from Rock Springs, Wyoming, the capital of the world? What's Rock Springs famous for?
Aspen Mountain Plumbing.
We're the capital.
That's right. Oh, that's good. Yeah, they're famous. Rock Springs is famous for the world headquarters of Roadrunner Plumbing out of San Antonio, a city we always say we want to go visit and we never have.
Right.
But now we have a visit.
Now yes, we'll
Come
do
visit.
All right, guys.
Have
Hey,
some K-cups.
we're talking here flat rate pricing.
We are talking flat rate pricing.
Okay. What are some of the benefits here that you guys experience having switched over to flat rate pricing? Yeah,
And so we've had better retention from that.
Okay.
definitely.
Let me ask whoever wants to answer this question. What happens when the customer says, Okay, so what do you do? Because obviously you're not going to do that. But how do you respond to customers that request that?
We're task oriented, and that's the task price. No breakdown.
No breakdown. Okay.
That's what I. We're a flat rate company, and that's the price, and that's that's what it costs to get things taken care of, and for us to
Our flat rate prices, and we're going to say here they are, and if the customer says, "Oh, that seems like a lot of money," we're just silent. We don't answer that question. We don't, because the customer's not sitting there with a list of prices. They just think, well, I mean, that seems like a lot of money, but I'd rather spend that on a PS5 or whatever game system's out now. But the plumber's comfortable with the price, the customer will be too. So when and that's the secret, right? Is just be silent, give your prices, and say this is what it is, and that's the power of where they can click a button and say this is the price. I didn't come up with it. I didn't pull it out of my, and that's okay.
right.
Definitely.
And
that comes to. Sorry, go ahead, Kurt.
Go, Chris.
To build on what Matt said was, yes, basically, Lance said it correctly right at the get-go, just be short and simple, because they don't care about your taxes, your overhead, your operating expenses, how much you're paying your CSRs. They could care less. They're looking at that toilet that you want $500 to fix. So keep it short and simple, and just say, I appreciate your hesitation, and kind of move on from that.
Yep.
And what's the one thing the customer remembers when you leave? Did they have to pull a vacuum out to clean up after you? That's if they don't have to pull out a vacuum to clean whatever, that's where you have issues. It has nothing to do with your prices. It has everything to do about how clean your guy is.
Exactly.
The number one price pushback is because your tech did not build quality in the repair. He did not specify what all you're getting for that price.
Yep.
Exactly right.
Speaks in the service. Yep.
Yep. And the other side. We talked about it. Even someone put the comment here. No one wakes up in the morning. What was that, Bo?
I think it was Bo. No one wakes up in the morning to call a plumber.
No one wakes up in the morning and wants to call a plumber.
He's so smart. I wonder where he came up with that.
Which is true. And no one wants to spend any money with a plumber. So we are not, even though we know we're worth it and believe we are, and we're the best and all that kind of stuff. Our customers don't look at it that way. They don't want to spend any money. So all these things behind the scene are important, like the brand, are good-looking guys. We can't explain. They don't care for us to explain that to them. It doesn't matter.
But they care if you're not.
But they care if not. They are judging.
Right.
They are judging us and how we work and our response. Like the guy goes, well, now I don't know if I trust him. I knew what it was. I saw he even showed me I know, right? And so I was comfortable, but the other customer may have not been because and that part of the experience.
Yeah, it broke down there.
So we can do this. Flat rate pricing really does make the customer feel more comfortable, and we can add the time in there so that we can provide all these other services. We're selling. What are we selling, guys? What are we selling?
Service.
Service.
Time.
Yeah,
Quality.
time and service, right?
Yes.
again, it is too much. It is too much to them. Again, no one wants to spend any money with a plumber. That's why we this is for another program or whatever, but we talk about where we should, it depends on how, if there was options provided, to get price perspective right, and then expect push.
Questions too from Success Academy members and other people within our free group. They want to know, how do you figure out the amount of hours or time for every job? And Chris, you alluded to it earlier, because that's a thing, right? They're looking for national averages, or they're looking to want to know, okay, how many hours should we apply to each one? How'd you guys figure it out?
So I was lucky. I double it to cover for the slowest guy. You're in good shape.
Okay.
I love that. And for if that's kind of like blowing your mind here, guys, for some that are listening, can we just it is what we should charge, whatever it takes the time to do the job. We got to get out of that mindset. Okay, I use the Taco Bell example. They've done time studies. We're using the worst case when they're the busiest, and we got to reach for stuff and whatever. That's the time study they're using to make that they're charging for the burrito. We need to do the same thing with our plumbing businesses. So an example like the water heater. I can throw a water heater in, and even a good, average guy, if you ask him, we throw one in hour and a half, kind of coasting. Well, we need to take kind of a little bit of the situation for, a guy running, a slower guy, a greener guy. There's more trash in the way that we got to move and that kind of stuff. And even throwing some time, we kind of brought it up, the idea of piece rate pay.
Yeah.
It's 3 to 4 hours for that water heater. Or standard, we charge the customer for that.
Well, it's like you're using press versus. That's what it's all about. Because they want, no matter if Jan's using you or Marcus down the street or Bruce, you want a similar experience. So when they talk to each other, they're not like, well, he only charged me, $300 to install that water heater, and he charged me $1,300. Well, that's the same company. Well, I'm going on Google and I'm gonna blow them up because they should have charged me the same price as Janice, who had an easy electric swap out. That's you just want to systematize it so it's all scalable and that's what it's all about.
That's a key word you just mentioned there, scalable. Flat rate pricing is scalable. Time and material is not.
It's not.
No.
Okay, because you got to arm you guys with two. Not to say it's extremely difficult to scale. Flat rate pricing makes it easy to scale because every tech is walking out there. Here's the price.
Right.
There's a job.
Think about
Here's
it.
the price.
I lost so much money when I was doing time and material. And we did like a flat, when I first started, I didn't have my own flat rate, built my own price book. And I let my guys present flat rate prices, but they would have to come up with how many hours they thought it would take them. Because we were just starting our business. We lost so much money because every guy thought he was the best plumber and he could do it in 2 hours, and I always took him 6. Every time. And then they needed to pull another guy in.
Right.
It's like,
They were being paid hourly.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that's get paid hourly, and they don't have skin in the game. But they always think they're the best. And then they think they're making making so much money for your company. It's like, no, you're not. We're going backwards, buddy. Like, I haven't paid myself a long time. And that's what we hear, right? Is these time and material guys come through, and they haven't paid themselves in years. And it's like, you can pay yourself. That's the whole point of the Success Academy, is getting from people from point A where they're not paying themselves. Now they actually have some freedom, and they can actually go on vacation. Could you imagine that? Like going on vacation, like leaving your business and not babysit it and turning off your phone?
Well, I think we agree. This group agrees that flat rate pricing is the place to be. Well, before we wrap things up here, we got the masters here. I'm going to start with Matt here, and we'll go around Lance, and then Chris, you'll wrap us up, okay? What's a piece of advice or a nugget of gold or words of wisdom, how we want to put it, that you'd have for someone that's with the plumbing business on how to charge? I'll just leave it open like that.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not about charge, so you pay yourself. When you're doing time and material, the only thing you're cheating is yourself. You're not helping out the customer. And when you cheat yourself, the people who end up paying for it is your family. You're cheating your family. And I hate to put it out that way, but that's the reality. And we got to get over the head trash. You got to get over, I can't charge her this. Oh, she's, this and that. Sometimes we get to, you can give them some discounts. Sure. But that has to be a part of your hourly rate. You just got to be prepared for it. And there's a simpler way to do this. There's a scalable way to do this. And you can get the freedom lifestyle. And anyone can do it. It doesn't matter where you are in the nation. You can do it. You're not in some unique, different place that it doesn't work. Flat rate works everywhere. And that's why I joined the Success Academy, and I'd go right from there and learn how to bill correctly and do a flat rate correctly, and actually give a systemized experience to everybody. So no one's getting one thing worse than the other.
All right. Okay. Nugget of gold there. Thanks, Matt. All right, Lance, what do you have to add?
Yeah, you started with the best one. Just to echo what Matt said, I mean, where do you want to be in 10 years? Do you want to be struck? It is what it is. There's no false pricing on parts because they're just pulling some number out of their butt because they don't want to call somebody. I mean, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. Where do you want to be in 10 years?
All right. That's good. That's a nugget of gold right there.
Where do you want to be in 10 years?
Thanks, Lance. All right, Chris, wrap us up.
They're making it difficult. So, guys, flat rate works. If flat rate didn't work when we went to the restaurant, everything in there. No, what they do when you look at that menu, you go to Red Lobster, you see the steak. They don't talk about exactly. They give you the cut of steak. They tell you it comes with the main lobster tail, what have you. They don't go into every grain, what type of water it was boiled in, which it was Chris that cooked it up back there, and Chris is our highest paid chef. So we got to put that at a higher rate, No, it's what you see is what you get. Here's the quality. Here's the price. And if flat rate didn't work, that restaurants would be closed down by now.
Right.
So the biggest thing I got to leave at is belief. First off, believe in yourself, believe in your methods, believe in the madness. Because if it didn't work, you're not going to get anywhere. So
exactly.
Belief. You've got to believe in it. Believe in it.
Yes,
believe in
that's
it.
Good.
1 foot forward.
Love it.
Good word.
Love it. That's why these guys are masters. Getting it done. Nuggets of gold there. Go back and listen to what each one just had to say there. It was great stuff there, guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah, guys.
And again, thank you for taking the time out of your evenings after long days. All right, to share.
We have every time zone, actually. Eastern, Mountain.
Yep.
That's outside of Grand Rapids, not in Grand Rapids. Lance is in a very small town in Wyoming, and then San Antonio obviously is a pretty good sized town, city. So it works.
Probably all the similar rates.
You're probably you're right.
All right, guys.
Love it.
All right, appreciate you.
You guys are great.
Thanks again.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right,
for having us.
You bet. Thanks
Take care,
for being
guys.
here, guys.
All right.
We need a name for them. Is that right? The bald
No way.
No, we have to have them on all the time.
Just
together.
Hey, what they
ones.
guys,
Yes.
go back and listen to what they said. Each one
Yes.
with their wrap up. Each one covered an area extremely important.
Yes.
And-
We say it all the time. We love our private coaching clients and watching their businesses grow. And so we've done that with each one of them and seeing just the amount of growth that they've had, not just business, but personal as well. So it's just so
And
good
I
to
like
see.
what Chris said. I love all the guys what they say. Chris, I love that he finished on the idea of belief.
Right.
You gotta believe. And I think he even hit on it earlier. Where look, if you believe it, I'm not sure which one. If you believe it, you know, when
Your plumbers will.
your plumbers will, and if your plumbers believe it, then
Customers will.
so your customers will believe it.
Right.
Okay, it comes down to belief. You got to believe this stuff. In fact, we see it, with our clients, the ones that will believe in them, which ultimately you believe in your self value and your worth,
Sure.
and that kind of stuff.
And getting
Those
out of
take off.
off.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the quickest. All right, there you go.
Okay.
All right, it's
You
a
know
flat
where-
rate world.
You know where we talk about the flat rate world?
Yes. Segue here. I appreciate Matt mentioning it. The Success Academy. Day free trial. All right, check it out. Simply type success in the comments.
Success in the comments.
Okay, or go to themilliondollarplumber.com/success. Okay, do it. Okay, make 2022.
Yes.
All right, your year. All right, there we go.
Okay.
And again, thank you to our masters. All right, and thank you for you being here. As always, you were purposely and wonderfully created, and you were created to.
Past episodes and get alerts for new episodes. Turn notifications on now and join us again for more tips, techniques, and strategies to help you grow your plumbing business.